Hey, Dental Nachos crew, it is Paul Dr. Nacho, and we're going to talk about one of the topics or toppings, if you will, that dentists love, money. We have here Ryan Issac, key resource and sponsor, all-around great guy. We've got to see each other in person when that was legal, currently not legal to see people in person at CE. But Ryan, welcome to Talking Nachos, and for people who don't know, orient them as to what you do daily. Reese is awesome. Your guys are awesome. What do you guys do daily to help dentists?
Yeah, thanks, man. First of all, we last saw each other. We took pictures in front of a
Yes,
fireplace
they did. Yeah,
in Chicago, and it was beautiful.
And
Yeah, we're dentist advisors. We're a financial planning financial advisor for dentists. We're a fee-only fiduciary independent company, and our tagline is we help dentists make smart financial decisions. So that's bottom line what we're here to do.
And what I can share is, and you're someone who's in great shape. I try to work out as a personal trainer. I have found over my dentisting life, people who use financial coaches or advisors most of the time are in a better place than people who try to DIY it. Just like fitness. Yes, you can get your own fitness plan and maybe push yourself. But I find with personal training, you can never push yourself to the pain point or the uncomfort. With financial planning, you have someone holding you accountable, being like, the version of slapping the nachos out of your hand as a personal trainer. You should put this in your 401k. So that accountability is key. So if you're a dentist at any age or stage, I encourage you to just find out and hear from Ryan and his team what they would do for you. What I want to do today, Ryan, is use you as a key resource and real expert. I talk about the circle of dentisting life, baby age dentist, toddler age dentist, all the years, affectionately known MADs like me, medium age dentist. But let's talk about the dentist.
I like that.
4 to 8 years out of school, who's a new-ish practice owner. And I feel for them, right? Because where I am in my practice owning career, this whole thing has been so annoying, so challenging, so anxiety producing, but I didn't just take out a giant practice loan, okay? So I'm in a different scenario. So talk to me about somebody, they're sitting there saying, I just took out $500,000 for a practice. I don't know if I should do a 401k for my team. I don't know if I'm ever going to be profitable. What are some things that they could do to make things a little better?
Yeah, that's such a good question, man. It's funny. We've been talking a lot about that lately. Just what practices are doing around the country. And you undoubtedly hear a lot about this too. Maybe I have too much hope in the future of dentistry in the world and humankind in general, maybe, but I still feel like it's an incredible career. I'm constantly amazed at like the ease of accessing capital as a dentist, which is like the lifeblood of growing a business. The ability to get a loan at cheap rates, at fixed rates is like, it's.
I'll share this, Ryan, and you can use this with your clients when they're trying inside or outside, is nothing's happened to teeth, right? So teeth
right. Yeah.
need help. In fact, you can make an argument with all the snacks, people probably have more tooth issues.
Might be worse.
I will share, and if you're a dental practice owner or a dentist, it's become an enormous hassle to do your job. Temperature checks, surveys, this, that. So we're not a hair salon. We don't sell margaritas. People don't usually love to see us anyway. So it has been a hassle, a challenge. But I agree with you in that the need for dental care has not changed in any way.
Yeah.
The way to deliver it is, but I remember being, just buying into my dad's practice. We had, buying a second practice. If this had happened at that time, I would be even more freaked out. So let's say you're in an analysis paralysis mode where you don't want to invest your money in your 401k, or you're not sure if this. What have you been telling clients like this who are on the newer end of the practice owning scale?
Perfect, man. Yeah. So I always like to teach, I guess that would be 5 steps of what to do with money. That's a big question. What do I do with cash and money? These first 3 steps these are applicable to anyone, but they're really applicable to especially newish, like you said, practice owners. Step 1 is always making sure the business has enough cash, first and foremost. That is the first thing to protect on the list, the long list of stuff to do as a dentist with your money. So, historically, we've watched dentists be comfortable keeping like a month to a month and a half worth of expenses around. To be honest, I'm about 14 years in my career and I'm still evolving my opinion. And after seeing 2020 and COVID happen, I'm more comfortable on the 2 to 3 month end of things worth of expenses. I think that's totally rational. And if somebody is holding more cash than that right now, because of some possible uncertainty over the next year, I still think that's totally rational. So number 1 is make sure your business has liquidity. That's it. That's the first thing. Number 2, once that's accomplished, is make sure your family or yourself, your personal side of things has enough liquidity. So like a personal emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of spending. We've been taught that forever. So that's step 2. Step 3 would be if you have any projects coming up in the short term. And usually as a dentist, the only thing that would require like out of pocket cash is usually real estate.
Right.
Because anything practice related equipment, I mean, that's like, you can finance it 100% with anybody. So it's usually real estate. You're going to buy a house, rental property, you're going to buy a building. Even that, some commercial real estate is still, there's 100% financing for commercial real estate, which is amazing. But if you have any short-term projects, that's your third step of where to put money. Step 4 is when those 3 steps are covered, business is protected, your personal finances like emergency fund, and any short-term projects. Then step 4 is now we can invest money. And there's a million ways to invest. It's beyond the scope of our conversation today, but like whatever, if you're building a real estate empire or you're building a DSO, or you just want to build a few $1,000,000 in a brokerage account and invest in the stock market, whatever your path is, that's step 4. Now you've got that covered. But I think the newish dentists they're working through steps 1, 2, and 3 right now. And I think those are,
I like them. You should rebrand this as Ryan's treatment plan for your finance.
Yeah, it's my treatment plan. I like that.
Dentists love that because what you shared is just, you break it down. So when everybody has anxiety or concern, doesn't matter where you are in the circle of dentist life, normally, add in a pandemic. But when you have those fears, anxieties, responsible concerns, if you can rely on that type of bullet point checklist, is my business covered? Does my family covered? What do I need to do to make that happen? Do I have a project? Where can I invest? And I just learned so much over the years. I mean, it's the same cliche. Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan had coaches. It drives me Nacho nuts that these top people have coaches and dentists think they should do everything by themselves.
Yeah.
And it's just a bad way to conduct your professional life for your sanity, for your stress, for your time with your family. And when you ask someone like, you guys deal with money all day long, and you can share with a dentist, hey, I know you want to invest in Robot Butcher, that's a Seinfeld joke, but you're a young dad.
Shout out to Seinfeld.
Maybe we should do, a 401k for you. I mean, even just a simple thing, which, should your office institute a 401k? It's not an easy answer, yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you know this, you deal with it. It has to do with so many things I've learned, whether it's age of your employees, stages, is people going to be on it? But that just to me is a responsible way to get started. Also because dentists don't have retirement plans. I mean, have you found, we have a few extra minutes here. Have you found on the other side of this, and some of these are not so positive stories, that dentists have been not saved enough for retirement? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, statistically, the ADA keeps track of that kind of stuff, and it's a more nuanced thing, like why dentists retire the age they do. But the latest age is age 69. It used to be 67, and the average American is 62 at retirement age. So, I mean, part of that is the fact that dentistry is such a cool career, and you can do it into your 70s if you like it and you're physically able. It has a ton of longevity, and I know that contributes, but a lot of it's because they don't save enough and they spend too much. Right. And my number one, that question gets asked, like, what's the number one financial mistake dentists make? And after watching this for almost 14 years, I would say that confidently, I think the number one mistake dentists make financially is just making random financial decisions over that 30-year career period of time. And they have plenty of income coming in, right? But like 1 month, it's the student loan stress. I'm like, oh, I'm going to give 20 grand to that thing. And then the next month, it's like the boathouse. And the next month, it's the vacation. And it just rotates. And before you know it, you're 20 years deep in a career and you haven't made traction anything because you've started so many avenues along the way. So
I've seen that. And that, I think what you do for that is you say, when a dentist says that, say, it's like a patient coming in with periodontal wanting to whiten their teeth. Drives you not to the yeah. Just say, this is whitening your teeth without doing any perio. We're not.
You're like, no.
So, I mean, I love that you share a ton of value. People want to reach out to you and say, hey, I want to have a conversation with you guys. What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, best thing is just go to our website, Dentist Advisors with an ORS, dentistadvisors.com. There's a book free consultation link. We have very friendly people that are willing to chat with you any time of day. And we also have probably hundreds of hours of free content. Everything we ever share with anyone is just sitting there free, educational content on our website. So that's good. And the Dentist Money Show podcast has tons of stuff too.
Yeah, I've been on that a couple times. It was the best episode ever, rated by my aunt, apparently.
Cool.
But, I did love what you guys do. You guys are also just fun people. Prior to the shutdown, you guys were in Philly. hosting an event at a local restaurant. When Reese was here, we had the guac tasting plate at
Oh yeah,
Fez. You'll have to come back for that. So we got to get
love
back
it
together in person, Ryan. But I love what you
for
guys
sure.
do in the community. You get great key resources and sponsors. We got really great feedback on just providing value to dentists because people are at different ages and stages. So JFO, just find out. Reach out to Ryan and his team. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck to you guys.